Okay. I appreciate. Hmm.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Has someone else joined? Or we are the only ones here? Are we the only ones still on the video? Or has someone else joined? Okay. Good evening, good evening. All right. Good evening, everybody. I need you to use the chat box and just put it on there if you can hear me. If you can hear me clearly, just put it in the chat box and let me know you can hear me. I'm not seeing any comment. I want to know if you can hear me. All right. All right. Thank you very much. Good evening, Janet. Good evening, Sophia. Who is this? All right. Good evening. Good evening, Anita. Good evening, uh, David Maxwell. Good evening, everybody. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's so nice to have you here. So nice to have Ogunawa Zainab. Oh, you're welcome. It's so nice to have everyone here. I'm really excited to be doing this with you all. I mean, a lot of persons have planned for 2025, but not everybody wants to, put in the work. Not everybody wants to invest in themselves. Not everybody actually wants to, do the right thing to actually get things done in 2025. So I'm really glad that you are here. I'm really glad that you paid for this summit. I'm glad that you made out time out of your very busy schedule. I mean, you could have been there doing other things, but you are here. You are here, and you are investing a lot. You're investing your time. You've invested your money, your effort, your energy, and everything to be present for this summit. And I just wanted to, congratulate yourself, because the summit is going to be very, very impactful. It's going to be uh, very, very educative. You're going to learn a lot. And trust me, what you learn here will actually, help you throughout 2025. And you can even apply it to years to come, not just 2025. So if you can hear me once again, just introduce yourself in the chat box. I know I already called your name, but yes, you can just put your nickname in the chat box. uh Put it there. Hi, my name is this, joining from wherever. We are international people. I want to believe we have people from United Kingdom, we have people from United States of America, we have people from Switzerland, we have persons from all around the world joining us tonight. So just introduce yourself. Put, hi, my name is, I'm joining from here, yeah, and there. If you are joining from Ekpetu, it's fine. If you are joining from Badagry, oh, trust me, United States of Badagry, it's fine. United States of Oshodi, I understand. Put it there. I'm joining from United States of Ianopaja. So please, everywhere is international. Just use the comment, put it there, and let us know where you are joining us from. I've not seen any comment here too. I won't go on. I won't go on with this if you don't put in the comment section where you are joining us from. Hmm. Hi, my name is Janet. I'm joining from United States of Shagamu. I love, I love you already. I love you already. Hi, my name is You're joining from United States of Shagamu. I'll be there. I'll be there very soon. Very, very soon. My name is Oluwatosin. I'm joining from United States. So it's international. I'm joining from United States. Ota, Ogun State. Nice. Hi, my name is Zil. I'm joining from Ekpe, United States of Ekpe. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's so nice to have you all here. It's so nice to have you here. How is the weather in your country? Over here in United States of Yanopaja, it's very, very cold. The weather is really, really freezing. The snow is disturbing us a lot. But we just have to work. We have to make money. Hi, my name is Sewedo. I am joining from the United States of Shango, USS. Wow, you're welcome, Sewedo. Thank you very much for gracing us with your presence tonight. I am Sophia. I am joining from United States of Bagada. Oh my God, you're welcome, Sophia. Hi, my name is Francis. I'm joining from the Federal Republic of OTS. Where is OTS? Where is OTS? Please put that there. Let's know where OTS is. Hi, my name is Anita. I'm joining from the United States of Ajegunle. Oh, Ajegunle is a very beautiful place, by the way. I've been there once, and trust me, the weather, the people, everything is they are so welcoming. A very nice place, I must say. So thank you very much for joining us all the way from United States of Ajegunle, USA. Wow. Thank you very much for joining us. Yes, so we are going to kickstart very, very soon. Our speaker is waiting. She's loaded. When I say fully loaded, she's loaded and she is ready to fill us tonight. She's ready to fill us tonight, ready to, give us from our well of knowledge. And I am really excited. I don't know about you, but I'm really, really excited to, listen and learn everything she has for us tonight. And yes, once again, you're welcome. Now, I've not introduced myself, and none of you even asked that, oh, what is your name? Or what is your name? I already told you where I'm joining you from, but I'm still going to introduce myself again and let you know where I am joining from. So, good evening, fellow army or fellow soldiers. My name is Temitope Bakare, and I will be your host for the 3 day summit. Yes, so don't get tired of my face because you're going to see me tomorrow and next. Yes, get used to this pretty face. And yes, I'll be your host for tonight and the rest of the summit. It's so nice to have you here. I'm really, really super, super, super hyped to be here. As you can see, I have my journal, I have my pen. I'm ready to learn, I'm ready to write. If you know you're not with your pen, you're not with your journal, kindly go back to your room. Kindly go back and pick it up, then you can put in the comment section that I have my journal and my pen already. If you have your journal and your pen, phone, don't you want to put it on your phone, you can get distracted. WhatsApp messages, a lot of things can be happening on your phone, and you just get distracted. So ensure you get a journal. Do that now. A journal and a pen, a journal and a pen, and join tonight's session. Now, like I said, tonight's session promises to be educative, interactive. I mean, you get time to ask questions that are bothering you. I mean, not your relationship issues. Sophia James, you have your journal and your pen. Thank you very much. Well done. Well done, Janet. Yes, well done. Well done. Well done. You get to ask questions, things that are bothering you, not about your relationships, though, but how you want to scale through the year 2025. uh a lot of persons are coming up with plans. I want to do this, I want to do that in year 2025. And the truth is, if you don't have systems in place, you don't have strategies in place to put you through, it will just be another day, it will be another weekend. And I was telling somebody yesterday that, no, was it yesterday or on Wednesday when we crossed over into the new year, I was telling the person that you have to do something differently. Otherwise, it will just be another Wednesday for you. It will just be another weekend for you, and you just continue going with the flow like that. So, coming year means you learn strategies. You are here to learn about the systems. There are things you have to put in place. There are foundations you have to lay for you to have a very successful 2025. It's not just about writing what you plan to do. Oh, I plan to finish 100 books by the end of 2025. I mean, it's a very, very nice goal. It's a very nice vision. But do you have systems in place? Do you have strategies in place to actually keep you on this path, on the path that you've chosen, on whatever you've decided to do? Are there things that are actually keeping you in check? Anita, you have your journal and your pen already. It's just Sophia, Janet, and Anita. Where is you? Where is Sewedo, where is your book? I'm calling your names because you commented. And where is Oluwatomisin? Where are you? Are you with your books? Are you with your journal? Are you with your pen and all of these things? Now, certain persons don't even have plan for year 2025. They just want to go through the year. Okay, it's another year. Let's just live life. I'll stick to my normal schedule, my normal plans, attend classes, get home. When I get home, I'm going to watch movies, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Like the normal thing you're doing, the normal thing you've been doing. Good evening, Okpayemi, you're welcome. So the normal thing you've been doing, or the things you've been doing, year 2024, 2023, year 2022, you want to repeat the same thing in year 2025, and you expect a different result. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results. You have to do things differently to be able to get a different result. So I'm really, really glad you are here. This is a sign that you want to do things differently, and you are willing to put strategies or systems in place to scale through 2025. Now, very quickly, I want someone to put in the comment, what is our theme, the theme for our summit. I want to know if you are prepared, if you have, made research, if you even have plans for 2025 at all before even coming. So put it in the comment. What is our theme? What is our theme for the summit? Don't think I will tell you I'll give you a gift. I'm not giving anybody any gift, but if you get it, it just shows how prepared you are. You've prepared before coming here. So someone should please put it in the comment. Let me know, or let us know what the theme for to summit is tonight. I'm waiting. Okay, Ajao, Peyemi. Okay, someone else should do it, please. Someone else should put it. I want someone else to put it. Then we can continue. While that is going on, someone should, tell me the names of two of our speakers, just two. Their full names, please. Their full names. Someone should tell me two. Who wants to tell me? Okay, this time around I have a gift, but the gift will be virtual. I'm going to clap for you. I'm going to clap for you. if you get it. So who wants to speak? Should I no who wants to put it in the comments? Ajawa Payemi is the active person here. Okay. The 3S Summit, secret, strategies, and systems. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Janet. Okay, you're coming up, Sophia. Thank you. The secret, strategies, and system for a successful 2025. Yes, Saide Agosu and Akinloye Tolulokwe. I don't not mentioning my name. I'm speaking already. Am I not? I'm speaking. I'm a speaker, whether you like it or not, and I'm speaking. So, Smart said, I want their full names, not their nicknames. I want their full names. Their full names. Who wants to do that? Aside, Jawo, who else wants to tell us the full names of our speakers? Is it just Saide Agosu and Akinloye Tolulokwe? We have two more. Yes, thank you very much, Janet. Now I think you all went to check. You went to check. You went to check because if you really knew it, you would have just typed it without wasting time. But yes, I'm so glad you know the name of our speakers. You know the theme for the summit. This way, you have an expectant heart. Your mind, your book, everything is ready to learn and all. Personally, when I got the speakers, when I got the list of speakers, I went to make research on these speakers. I went to check to see these people, and trust me, these people are full. They are full, and they are here to dish out. Seide Agosu and Akinloye Tolulokwe. Thank you, Anita. Thank you so much. These people are full and they are ready to dish out. It's not left to you to bring spoon. If you want to bring spoon, fine, you get that quantity. If you want to bring a big bowl, you get that quantity. If you want to bring me, I'm here with drum. I'm here with drum, and my drum must be full before I leave here because these speakers are really loaded. These are persons doing exceptionally well in their field and are ready to, teach us and educate us on strategies and systems and secrets. For every successful person, there are secrets. There are secrets. You want to be like this person. Can you do what the person is doing? Have you asked yourself, can you do what the person is doing? So these persons are not just here to teach us, they are going to tell us what they are doing, the secrets to how they've been able to navigate through every year, and we are going to learn a lot from them. Ajawo Peyemi, I can see you're excited. I'm excited too. I'm super hyped. Now, not to waste too much of our time, I'm going to be bringing on our first speaker for tonight. Drum rolls. Oh, it's so sad. I can't see your face. Oh, but then you can clap virtually and put it in the comment. Let's see you. Just clap and put it in the comment. Your virtual hands. If I don't see your virtual hands, I would not read the citation of our first speaker. Tolulokwe Krabs, one of our speakers. Thank you very much for joining us, ma'am. Thank you so much. If I don't see your virtual hands in the comment, I will not go ahead. Sophia James, thank you. Sophia James, thank you. Our speaker is even clapping. She's clapping. But then you should remember that I am in charge. I own this stage. I call the shots on this stage. So I can decide to not call up our speaker. I can decide to not call up our speaker. All right. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Agosu. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Ajao. Thank you, Olua Thomason. Yes, without wasting much of our time, I'll be reading the citation of our first speaker. And as I'm reading it, I want you to, be excited. Put something in the comment section so I know you're following me. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, our first speaker for our summit tonight is no other than the Seide Agosu, popularly known as Smart Seide. Let me tell you something. If you meet life, you filled with so much knowledge. She is wise. She has a lot of information to give. You can't have a conversation with Smart Seide and go back the same way. I am a testament to that. There should She'll definitely give you something, either a tip or something to just, boost your confidence or find advise you on the problem you're currently going through. She is that good, and I'm really, really excited to have her. And she's not just one of the speakers, she's the convener, she is the host for the 3S Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, Seide Agosu, widely known by alias Smart Seide, is a distinguished woman with a myriad of talents. She is a law graduate from the Lagos State University, a visionary leader and transformational coach. Seide is a transformational coach who illuminates the path towards personal and professional excellence with a keen legal mind and a heart that beats in rhythm with human potential. She empowers individuals and organizations to unlock their extraordinary potentials. As the visionary founder of Always Speak, Seide has honed her craft in the act of communication, crafting compelling narratives that captivate audience and ignite mind. She is a master storyteller, weaving tales that inspires and motivates. Her expertise extends beyond the realm of public speaking, encompassing the intricate nuisance of human resources with a deep understanding of organizational dynamics and talent management. She guides leaders to navigate the complex landscape of the modern workplace. A versatile creator, Saide's literary prowess shines through her work as a ghostwriter. She crafts she crafts compelling stories and persuasive content, breathing life into words and ideas. However, However, it is as a transformational coach that she truly shines. She is a catalyst for change, guiding individuals on a journey of self discovery and personal growth. She illuminates their blind spot, empowers them to embrace their unique strength, and inspires them to soar to new heights. Saide is more than a coach. She is a mentor, a confidant, and a source of support. She is a guardian of dreams, nurturing the seeds of potentials and watching them blossom into reality. Her impact extends far beyond the confines of our work, touching the lives of countless individuals and leaving an enduring legacy. As a transformational coach, Seide is a sculpture of souls, shaping individuals into their most authentic self. She is a beacon of brilliance, guiding others the through the doldrums and illuminating the destiny of dreams. She is a force of fervor, a catalyst of change, and a champion of transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, with your virtual hands, if your hands are not too busy, please give it up for our first speaker and the host for the 3S Summit, Seide Agosu, popularly known as Smart Seide. You're welcome, ma'am. You have the floor.
Good evening, everyone. Can we confirm that you can hear me? Can you confirm that you can hear me? Good evening. If you're not
I can
in
hear
the
you,
Nigeria,
ma'am.
okay, thank you. I also want to know if the members of the audience can hear me audibly. Okay, thank you. Good evening, Okoyemi. Good evening, Okwasunamao. I am Smart Seide, and it is a great honor to be in the same virtual room as you. It's not easy being faced with champions like you. Put your hands together for yourself, for being here, for sacrificing the time, the energy, the resources to be here tonight. God bless you. I don't know whose bio she was reading when she was reading, but I guess it's mine. So thank you. Thank you very much for that brilliant citation reading. Tonight, we are here for the 3S Summit, and the 3S Summit is that summit that I have been anticipating for the better part of December 2024. Oh wow, it's December 2024 now, no longer 2024, the year we are in. Time runs really fast. It's the third day of the year already, and that means that time has started running. Your goals should have started moving. You should have started living your life as you want it to be, as you desire it to be. But you're here tonight to get access to the secrets, the strategies, and the systems for a successful 2025. Before I dive into my topic for tonight, it is pertinent that I briefly introduce you to the theme. The theme is the 3S Summit 2025, meaning the secrets, the strategies, and the systems for a successful 2025. The first thing I'm going to talk about in this thing is the successful 2025. Success is defined by people in different ways. Success to me may not be success to you. Success to Martin Luther King may not be success to Martin Jr. Success to Anita here may not be success to Temitope, who is our host. Success is it is objective, not subjective. A lot of us think that when we hear the word success, you think there is a particular universally accepted definition or standard of success. However, that belief is false. It is totally false. Success is defined by you. You define how you are successful, and the level at which you were successful last year should not be the same level at which you're successful this year, or else it's telling us that you've been stagnant for how many years. So success means you're growing in your own way. It means you are achieving your dreams, not that you have 5 billion US dollars in your account, or that you are living the dream of, or the American dream, or let's say the Nigerian dream, whichever country you're in. There's a dream that quite a number of persons have as their dream, which is the general dream of the people of that society. But each individual, each and every one of us, have our different tenets, our different measures, our different strategies, or our different measures. Yes, our different measures for success. So do not believe that there is this universally accepted definition for success. You define success for yourself. If your goal for 2025 is to make money, to make X amount of money, how who you become at the end of 2025 and how much you have to be might be the determinant of whether you are successful to you or not. But for someone else whose only goal for the year was to thrive, to grow, to become better, to become more self-aware, the person's goals, as long as the person achieves those goals, the person is successful. So there is no universally accepted standard or definition of success. So I have to share that now before I go to my topic. So you won't with, okay, what is success for me? Define success for you right now. 2025, what do you want to achieve? What do you want to do? Who do you want to become? Who do you want to become? That is a very pertinent question for you to answer right now before the year runs into days and months. Who do you want to become? Now, the secrets, the strategies, and the systems we are going to be revealing to you tonight are not for you to achieve the seemingly universal standard of success, but to achieve success in your own way, success in your own life, not success in the general standard or the seemingly universally accepted standard of success. I really hope you have your journals, you have your pens. For those who like to add some little spices when writing, you should have your highlighter, you should have your drawing pencils, your tags, and so many of those things that the ficos, the designer writers typically would have, people like me. Now, my topic for tonight is unfolding the forest of your fundamental form. It sounds long, right? But it's pretty much you unraveling the the real you, the authentic you. So the topic is unfolding the forest of your fundamental form. Unfolding forest of your fundamental form. When we were asking for the theme for this summit. Someone mentioned unleashing your bedazzled life. Yes, what you are here for tonight is to get this the blueprint to unleash your bedazzled life. Very true. And what is your bedazzled life? Your bedazzled life is pretty much that life where you have work life harmony, that life where you are living life by design, not life by the world standards. You're living life by how God has created you to be. And that's why we have to first of all address this topic before we go into other things that would come in from our different speakers to come in. Once again, my topic is unfolding the forest of your fundamental form. The journey to becoming who I am today started with one single decision. One single decision, one seemingly simple but strong decision. That decision was to know myself. All I wanted to do in 2020 was find myself, know myself. Who am I? What am I here for? Who am I created to be? Who do I want to serve? What do I want to do? Who do I want to become? Asking myself these questions in a bid to know myself brought me up until this point. Before I blossomed into who I am today, and people think, oh, she's this, she's that. Even I don't think I'm this, I'm that, but people do think so, right? And all of these things started with just one decision to know myself. In trying to know myself, it also meant I had to know the God that created me, because when you create a product, you don't go to someone else to tell you how to use that product. You consult the manufacturer to know how the product is to be used. That's why you see that different products have the user manual in them for you to know how the manufacturer created the product to function. So the bid, the quest to know myself led me all through the last 4 years. This will be the fifth year. All through this period, that decision, that knowing, that quest, and I'm still on that quest. It's never ending. Still keeps me going. Let's just dive into the topic before us. Unfolding the forest of your fundamental form. The first thing you have to do is ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? Before you know you can determine where you are going, you have to first of all know who you are right now. Who are you right now? Be honest with yourself. Don't tell lies to yourself. You can lie to everybody, but don't lie to yourself. When I say who are you, I'm not just asking you who do you want to become. I'm asking you who are you right now? Who are you right now? If you take away your positions, your titles, your name, your place of work, your education, all of those things you typically feel in a personal details form. Who are you? At that point, for me, I was a girl who was yearning to be whoever God wants her to be. I wasn't looking for who the world wants me to be. I was looking for who God wants me to be. And thus far, I'd like to think that I have been making the right decisions to lead me through that path. Now, when you know who you are right now, you cannot ask yourself, where am I going? Where am I going? You ask yourself, who am I right now? Where am I going is the next question you want to ask yourself. Where am I going? When you know where you're going, you then have to ask yourself, who do I need to become to get to that place? Who do I need to become? Because who you need to become is the vehicle between where you are right now and where you want to be in the next 50 years, the next 40 years. I'm not saying the next 5 years because I don't set short term goals like that. You have to think long term. Think long term. 50 years from now, what do you want to become? Where do you want to be? Knowing that you know who to become from now all through your years before you get to that point. For me now, in the next 50 years, where do I see myself? I see myself, it's January 3rd. So let's see. I see myself on the beach. Yeah, on the beach with my family, talking about life, talking about work, talking about growth, talking to my possibly grandchildren at that point. Right? There's just so many things that come with it. Meaning that for me to be at that point, resting and chilling on January 3rd, 20, whatever, it means that I have had children and I cannot just have children that I would not be able to take care of. There must have been financial freedom, financial stability, and so many other things that come in. If I'm going to be chilling on one island, it means I must have the kind of money to afford the lifestyle I want to live. So now I know where I want to be, and it's helping me know who I need to become up until that point. I know I need to be that woman who can train our children in the best way possible, that they would not derail from their destinies. That is one of the persons I need to become before I get there. I also need to become that woman who dishes out value to our world. I need to become a whole lot of persons in between now and 50 years from now. So I'm not just living life by chance. I don't know how people do it. They set goals every single year, but I don't set goals every single year. You know why? The goal is the goal. We know the goal. It is how we are going to get to the goal that we are pursuing every single day. Every single day. This is the goal. This is the vision. How do I get there? Today, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do that. These kind of goals would define how you schedule your life, the kind of to-do list you have. You're not just having to-do list that tells you, oh, today I want to read one book. Why do you want to read that book? What do you want to become by reading that book? What do you want to become by running about with God knows who? Who do you want to become by what you're doing right now? A few years ago, I learned from, I can't remember who, but if you know who has this popular quote, you can just drop it in the chat box. It is that decisions define destiny. Decisions define destiny. Decisions you're making today, are they defining the destiny you want to be in? If they are not, then why are you wasting time? Why would you waste 1 second of your life that you can never recover again? Why? Why should you do that? There's absolutely the only reason why you do that is if you don't value yourself, or if you do not have an end goal in mind, living life as it comes. Certain kinds of persons piss me off in this world. Not like piss me off in the wrong way, but they just stir up this burden in my heart to help them. So that I can't help them. But it just tears up this burden in my heart. Those kinds of people are the people who say they are living life, going with the flow, go with the flow. I love the waters that you see at the beach because of the waves, the flow. I love it. But doesn't mean I'm going to live my life like that. Even those waves, they have their purpose. So why would I decide to live like them without a purpose? Why? Absolutely no reason. Now let's talk about the elements that come under unfolding the forest of a fundamental form. To unfold the forest of your fundamental form, it means that it's a forest, right? There are different trees that come under this forest, different kinds of trees, and those kinds of trees also bet different other species, different other types of they bear fruits of their kind. And the first category of tree under this forest or in this forest is self-awareness. I'm going to give a list before I go into them. We have self awareness, we have spiritual alignment, or divine alignment, however you choose to put it, self awareness, spiritual alignment. We have we have gratitude. We have destroying or bringing down limiting beliefs, and so many other things we're going to talk about. But let's work with this for now. The first, self awareness. Self awareness. Before I started, I talked about how you should know who you are right now so you can know who you want to become, and then know so you can know where you're going and then who you want to become in that process. That's a self awareness, knowing yourself. You cannot work on something you do not know. You cannot achieve something you do not know. So, who are you? What are you like? What emotions do you feel? At what points do you feel those emotions? What kind of person are you? What's your personality type? I I ask people what's your personality type and they look at me in such a weird way, like I don't know what I am saying, or they don't even understand what I am saying. And it's always a surprise to me because how do you tell us that you do not know your personality type? I know there are persons in this room who do not know. I know there are persons in this room who do not know. And this is your cue to take your personality test. You can just, after the call, after the meeting, you can use your browser, search for 16 personalities, 16 like 1 and 6 in personalities.com. Take the test, discover who you are. There are 16 different major personalities based on the test. Take the test, find out who you are. It would give you quite a rundown of your strengths, your weaknesses, how you are in your relationships, so many other things. So many. The first time I took this test, I was in JSS two. Don't ask me how I found this thing. I used to search the internet for quite a lot of things that I did not even know at that point. So I just stumbled upon it, took the test, and then got my results. Even after I took that test, I still wasn't working in the consciousness of it because it was just a test I took. I wasn't serious with it. It was just another test. I used to take a lot of testing. I used to do a lot of things there. I wasn't intentional about it until later. I also took the temperament test during that period, and I realized that oh, you are a choleric melancholic. There are four major temperaments: the sanguines, the cholerics, the melancholics, the phlegmatics. Yes, those four. Sanguines are the extroverts of the extroverts. The choleric are extroverts. The melancholics and the phlegmatics are introverts. When it comes to this temperament thing, they are you can have a blend of two. You could also have a blend of three, but they won't be in equal proportion. They wouldn't. Then you could only a few people have the four in one person. One person. And for some reason, I don't know how one of those people. Just take the tests. Take the temperament test. So just search for temperament test. You can also search for the s- strength finders. Yes, strength finders. It would help you know your strengths, so you can know what you are working on. You know yourself more. You know that reside in you that you can make use of. There's something that knowing yourself does for you. It gives you this confidence. It helps you have this sense of self worth that nothing else can give you. Yeah, nothing else can, per se can give it to you. And people try to ask me, oh, how did you become confident? I don't know how to answer you because where do I want to start from? I know myself. You can't tell me who I am not, and I would feel like crying. Sorry. Yeah, it just can't because I know myself. I know who I am. I know where I'm going. And I know who I'm becoming in that process. So it makes it hard. it's how do I put it? Knowing yourself confines you, not in a bad way, but in a way that restricts you from going astray. In a way that that keeps you focused. Yes, it keeps you focused on where you're going. You're not distracted anyhow. You know where you're going and you're going there no matter what. So know yourself. Who are you? Ask yourself, who are you? Who are you? Who really are you? Not the do you know who I am? Do you know who my parents are? Kind of who are you? No, but inner you. Who is that person? Who? Self awareness is the foundation of growth. It is the foundation of growth. It tailors where you feed. It tailors the people that you come in contact with, the people that you allow into your space. When you know yourself, you won't just allow any Tom, Dick, and Harry into your life. You won't just go anywhere. You would have a focus. Your focus becomes brutal, that you're not easily swayed. You're not easily dragged around. You know yourself. You know where you're going. You know where you're headed. So take your time. Reflect on your thoughts. Reflect on your experiences thus far. Reflect on your emotions, your belief systems. Understand the patterns that shape your experiences. There's something I used to tell some of people that are close to me. If you're very close to me, you would have heard me say something like this. That I don't exactly blame certain people for how their lives turn out. I don't. I'm not one of those. I hate judging people because I've been judged by a lot of people and I don't like it. Now, when it comes to seeing people, I don't just based on your action I define you. No, I want to know the underlying principle, the underlying experience, the underlying factors that bettered this person that is in front of me. How did you grow up? Who trained you? How were you trained? What environment did you grow? Did that environment help you thrive or did it kill who you could have become? Some persons are currently towing the path that people want them to tow, not the path they want to tow. Are you living the life you want to live? Or are you living the life that people want you to live? So you have to ask yourself these questions. Sit down with your thoughts. Why do I think the way I think? So some people believe that until you engage in money rituals, you cannot be wealthy. Those people, don't blame them. The first thing you want to know is how did you grow up? What kind of environment? What did you see in your environment? What did you hear in your environment that conditioned you to believe that until someone engages in money rituals, they cannot be wealthy? And when I see people go on that lady's post and the comments, let's say the lady is living her best life, a baby girl's life, a soft life era, and she's traveling around the world, she's eating good food, she's taking good pictures, she's posting all of these things, and then someone in the comment section goes ahead to say something like, there's one guy bankrolling the lifestyle they are living. I don't blame those people. I want to know how they grew up, because there's something that makes you think that's how life is. Someone can literally be doing that, could be a job, going from city to city, taking nice pictures, living her best life. That's the life she wants to live, and she's living it from her work. And that's beautiful. It is. I want it, not for my entire life, but I want it. I won't say that because I've not had it, someone who has it is doing something wrong to get it. That kind of mental conditioning conditions you to believe that before you can also achieve it, you must go through same process. Oh, I want to get this bone straight, but I will never have the money to buy it. So I need one man, one boyfriend, one this. That is a lie. Me, I will have it. And I'll be the one to bankroll myself. I didn't used to think like this. I didn't. I sat myself a lot of times. Even till now, there are still belief systems that I have to break. I am not aware of some of them because I don't believe that I know myself so much. You self discovery is a lifelong journey. The moment you think you already know yourself, I'm very sure that your life is going to shock you again with something else, and you're wondering, wait, do I really think this way, or why do I think this way? I used to think that, okay, let's be honest. I used to think that people, ladies, will live the kind of life and they're just traveling up and down. They are living their life based on someone bankrolling it, that your parents, something, something. That's what I used to believe. And why did I believe that? The conditioning I had as a child, those experiences cumulated to a belief system that is not going to serve me with the life I want to live. So what did I do? Break it. How did I break it? I went in search of people, great women who have done amazingly well for themselves and are still doing amazingly well for themselves, to study how they got there. That helped me. So when someone is telling me, oh, she's bankrolling, somebody's bankrolling, I'm like, don't do that near me. Do you know the number of conscious effort, the amount of conscious effort it took to get where I am? Or for the persons who believe that certain pastors are chopping the money of the church. I grew up in an environment where that's what we're made to believe, right? And it took another amount of time, resources, effort into letting go of that belief. So you don't know the extent to which your childhood experiences are eating into the cankerworm of your future until you sit yourself down to explore your inner self. Why do you think the thoughts you think? What do you think? What are your thoughts on money? What are your thoughts on life? What are those mindsets that are limiting you that you don't know about? Reflect on your thoughts, reflect on your emotions, understand the patterns that shape your experiences. So that is, and there's one quote that I learned from Socrates, and it says that the unexamined life is not worth living. The unexamined life is not worth living. If you don't examine your life, then what life are you living? It's not worth it. Examine your past, examine your present. That is why I engage in reflections from time to time. I typically have a day I do it. Sometimes I could be busy that day. Let's say I have a job. For me, it used to be Saturdays for last year, Saturday mornings. But then at some point, my Saturday mornings became me running up and down for one gig, for one conference, for another, which meant I had to move it to later. So you want to have time to also reflect on your present experiences. Why am I where I am right now? Where I am right now, how do I move from here to get to where I want to be in the future, or in the nearest future, or in 3 weeks, in 3 months? You have to reflect on your past experience and your present experiences because they all come together to form your future. And you do not want to allow certain baggages from your past move into your future with you. You don't pour that. pour new wine into new wineskins. Then the before also says that self-awareness is the ability to take an honest look at your life without any attachment to it being right or wrong or good or bad. Self awareness is the ability to take an honest look at your life without any attachment of it being right or wrong or good or bad. When you take away right or wrong, good or bad, you'll be able to be honest with yourself. After you finish that process of highlighting them, you can now start, oh, this one is not serving me well. I need to let go of this belief. I need to let go of this. I need to let go of that. So examine your life. Examine your life thoroughly. And don't forget that self discovery is a lifelong pursuit. There will be pitfalls, there will be plateaus. Pitfalls meaning there will be times where you are at the lowest of your lows, and there will be times where you'll be at your plateaus, the highest highs. Life is filled with highs, and the lows. You can't fight it. You can't fight it. Even when you think you've arrived at that point where you're making, let's say, your goal is to be $1 trillion, whatever, rich, there'll still be high highs and low lows. I think God does that for us to understand that we would always need Him. That's my theory about it. Now let's move to spiritual alignment. Spiritual alignment. I mentioned earlier that you don't go with a product to someone who doesn't know it. It has to be someone who knows it. You go to the manufacturer to know, how do I use this. For instance, let's say the microphone, why was it created? It was created to amplify our voices, to amplify our volume, to amplify our voices. That's what the mic is for. But for some people, let's say someone that doesn't know what the mic is for picks up the mic and says, I want to cook jollof rice and I need something to turn, to stir the food. And then the person believes that the mic would serve that purpose. Will the mic serve the purpose? Yes. But is that what the mic was created for? No. So you need to go to someone who knows. And in this case, who knows? God. You need to be in alignment with God, the one that created you. That's God. You need to be in alignment with Him. You cannot become more aware of yourself without also having a deeper connection with. Go side by side. You can't know yourself outside of the God that created you. So the more you understand yourself, the more you understand the essence of God within you, because you are His creation. His creation. You are His creation. So you want to know the God that created you, your creator. You need to be attuned with Him. Why did He create you? Why are you here? Why did He send you to this earth realm? Why were you assigned to the earth realm? Why not Plato or Neptune? Or why did He plant you in the country where you are? I see people that want to jackpot. I'm not against jackpot, but as far as I'm concerned, I do not plan to jackpot. I believe there's a reason God planted me in Nigeria. And if I don't fulfill that, where am I running to? Where am I running to? My jackpot reason is my jackpot. My reason for not wanting to jackpot is not because of the people who say there's no place like home. Home is where my heart is. My heart is here, and I've not fulfilled why God wants me here. So where am I running to? As you become more aware, the more you understand yourself, the more you understand the essence of God within you. So you want to stay attuned with your God. Stay attuned with God. Stay attuned with God. Stay attuned. Welcome back, our moderator. Now, talking about still on the subject of you know God and knowing working with your manufacturer to know why you were created. How do you communicate with your God? How do you stay in alignment with God, with your spiritual self? You do that by staying in koinonia, in fellowship with God. Whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Christian, whatever religion, right? Stay in koinonia with our God, meaning stay in fellowship with our God. And how do you do that? Prayer. Prayer means communicating with God. You speak to God, you listen to God. To you, God speaks to you. That's communication between you, and that's prayer between you and God. So engage in regular dialogue with Him. Doesn't have to be when you go on your knees to pray. It could also be you having honest conversations with Him. Your thoughts are ways of communicating with God too. Ask Him for guidance, ask Him for strength. Have conversations with God. It's beautiful. Trust me, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And you also stay aligned with your spirit self by expressing gratitude to God. Thank Him for the blessings of your life or in your life. Recognize His presence because it's His presence that sustains you. Being grateful to God deepens your connection with Him and it helps you build a sense of abundance that you will always have enough. You're never left stranded. I tell myself every single day, I'm never stranded. I can never be stranded. I live a life of abundance. There's nothing I want that I would not get. Whatever I don't have yet, it's because I don't need it yet. When I need it, it will come. It will come. I don't need it yet. That's why I don't have it. Whatever you don't have yet, it's because you don't need it yet. When you need it, it will come. It can't run away from you. It's yours. You just need to get to that point where you're able to receive it. And some people never receive it because they don't get to the point where they need it. So prayer transforms you. It's a catalyst for transformation. Through prayers, you ask God for guidance, you ask God for healing, you ask God for strength, you surrender to His will for your life. Through prayer, you trust God, you trust in how He's unfolding the forest of your fundamental form. Spiritual alignment does that for you. Self awareness does that for you. They help you unfold the forest of your fundamental form, not the form that the world thinks you should have, but your fundamental form, which is the form with which you were created, in which you were created. Live your life by God's design, not by human desires. That is for spiritual alignment. Spiritual alignment. Now let's identify and release limiting beliefs. What are those beliefs holding you back? Have you ever assessed your belief systems? Have you ever assessed your belief systems? Oh my God. When you do that, the things you would unravel about yourself and the life you're living and the life you want to live. Weighty, weighty, very weighty, very weighty, very weighty. Assess your belief systems. What are those things you believe and why do you believe them? Why do you believe them? Why do you believe that you cannot be wealthy at the age of 20? Why do you believe you cannot have a car at the age of 20? This is not me. I know I said whatever you don't need yet, but you've also not put yourself in that place where you need it. I mentioned that too. Some people, ah, okay, this reminds me of So now I was talking to my mom about. I was telling my mom about how not this generation that is not this generation. They believe that women they are they're more valuable when they are independent, meaning that not independent like the current measure of independence, but independence in the sense that they can do all the chores in the house, they cook, they take care of the children, take care of the family, they do this, they do that. That's how they measure the value of women in those days, right? And that worked for them. But it also limited some of the women. They didn't. Some of them didn't get to live a life of purpose because they were confined to their own. Not every woman is called to be a housewife. Some people are actually called to be housewives. We call it housewife, but what they are called to is to be uh, incubators of a nation, which could be their children or a child that they're supposed to take care of. Some persons would be instructed by God some women, to leave their job and focus on their children, groom the children in the way that God wants them to be groomed. That works for the woman. If we are measuring success, she's successful if she grooms her children like she should. But if the woman that's supposed to be out in the marketplace, changing things on the mountain of politics and governance, sits at home and chooses to go that path, as far as God's design for her is concerned, she's not successful because the assignment that she was sent for, she did not fulfill it. She fulfilled her own assignment, the one that she wants, the one that people want for her, and that's terrifying. So how do you know you are successful if you are not attuned with God? How? There's no way. You are tuned with God, so you will not miss. You will not act amiss. You will not live amiss. So back to identifying and releasing limiting beliefs. There's everybody has the inner critic. We all carry limiting beliefs that hold us back. Beliefs that stem from your past experiences, your societal conditioning, negative self-talk. Talks like I can never be great. Not me. I am great. I'm, I've not even scratched the surface of my greatness. I have not. I'm yet to. And when I do, you will know. You will know. But yes, I used to believe that until I finished school, and I did this, until I did that, I can't attain certain heights. But imagine my surprise when I started eating certain heights even when I was in school. I just think, oh, leadership, it's when you're done with school, you're working, you're raising a family, you're leading in church, you're leading at work. I didn't know that I could also be a leader in school, but knowing myself helped me know that. Letting go of my limiting beliefs helped me realize. So what are those beliefs holding you back? That you cannot be wealthy? Why do you think you can't be wealthy? You that God has written a check for you that this child you need about 1 billion Kuwait Kuwaitian dollars for 5 years. That's what you need. He has written the check, reserved it for you. It's waiting for you to step into it, but you don't believe you can hold it, you can have it. You won't have it. Kuwaitian dollars is the highest currency in the world. It is higher than the US dollars. It's higher than pounds. So imagine how much it is in naira for those who are Nigerians here. Imagine how much it is. For God's sake, I've reserved $1 trillion for you for the mission that I have for you for the next 5 years. And then there is you that thinks, oh, I can never be wealthy. Ha! God will be looking at you from upstairs and be like, this child wasting time, wasting resources. I don't want to feel God. Nobody should want to feel God. You shouldn't. Let's go those limiting beliefs that are holding you back relating to life. Some people believe that, oh, I can't lead. I can't lead. I've seen this with last ones. Some last ones. It's a truth I've noticed. Because they've always been led, quite a number of them, because they've always been led, they find it hard to lead. They find it hard to lead. Or they even believe that some even believe they can't lead. And it holds them back. It holds them back from certain opportunities that they're supposed to step into, certain responsibilities, certain rooms that they're supposed to get access to because they've not let go of that belief. So what belief is holding you back? Ask yourself honestly, what beliefs are holding me back right now? Treat yourself with love. Treat yourself with love. Quite a number of us, we know how to extend this loving hand of grace to people, but we don't know how to extend it to ourselves. And that is bad. You should not give what you don't have. You cannot give what you don't have. That's why some people get so exhausted every day. They're just exhausted because they're giving from what they don't have. You don't love yourself, but you're trying to love people. You're fighting so hard to love people. It's going to be difficult. You get back home always angry, exhausted, feeling weak, feeling troubled because you've not loved yourself in the way that you are loving the world. How could I used to be that person? You need help. I'm there. You need this. I'm there. But I'm never there for myself. I'm never there for myself. I never show up for myself. So when I get back home, I'm always exhausted. I just feel like the weight of the world is upon my shoulders. When I figured that I was giving from what I don't have, which was what was making me bankrupt even for myself, no, I took myself seriously. Started taking myself seriously. I won't tell you I love you if I've not told myself I love you. Because I should love if I can love you. I should not love me in in a greater form than I love you. I know we all want to do the whole selflessness thingy, but not at the detriment of loving yourself. If you love yourself, you will show up for yourself. If you love yourself, you will show up in your truest form. You won't show up in a way that you think the world wants you to show up. If you love yourself and you respect yourself, you won't show up anyhow. You will show up the way you should show up based on your fundamental form. I'm dressed like this and I'm here. Someone else can come and deliver this same speech. This no, not the same way I'm delivering it. Person will deliver it in the person's way, dressed in another way, dressed in another outfit, another style. Could be casual, the alte kind of vibe. The person still pass the message across well. That's the person's dress form. I'm not that person. I would not try to be that person. This is me. This is me. I'm going to get better. I'm going to get bigger. But this is me. I will not try to change for somebody else. If I'm not trying to change for me, then what am I trying to change for somebody else for? That's bad. That's the that's the height of self-disrespect. Self-disrespect. When we talk about self-awareness, there's self-worth, there's self-esteem, there's self-love, there's self-compassion, there's self-leadership. If you've not scratched the surface of these things, you should not be going out to give it out. No. Do you love yourself? If you don't love yourself, go and find ways to love yourself. Before I think that, oh, buying ice cream is a luxury. Buying ice cream is not a luxury. For me, it's not a luxury. I'll buy it, I'll treat myself to ice cream because I can. I can and I will. I will not. I used to be able to. I can. Someone can tell me you want to drink steak ice cream, and I'll give you the money. But when it comes to me, oh, it's a luxury. The person that came to collect money for it did not know that it's luxury. The person did not know. Self disrespect. I didn't love myself then. I didn't know myself worth. But now I'm going to give myself the ice cream if I want it. If I am craving the ice cream, I will go and get it. As long as I can get it. Self love. How do you show love to yourself? Be kind to yourself. Being kind to yourself could be saving money for a year and not touching it because you want to use that money for XYZ. And when someone else comes to tell you that the person wants to touch out of your money, you would know not to touch it, except you are led by God to do it all. But as long as you're not led to do it, sorry, I'm not sorry, but I'm not sorry. I respect myself enough that if I'm saving that money to get a new phone by the end of the year, I'm definitely going to get that phone. I'm not going to pack that money and give it to somebody else that wants to use it too. It's a disrespect to my own self. It means I don't love myself enough. Because why do I need that phone? I need the phone for XYZ reasons. So I'm going to get it. I'm not going to disrespect myself. Some people, they will show up at work in such a way that God, they, they can move mountains for their bosses. But check their personal lives. They can't move any mountain for themselves. They can't. They always have excuses for not to. You need the book for your own personal development, but you're giving excuses with the book because my boss work, my work, my work. Don't you know that your professional life is a mirror of your personal life? Your professional life is a mirror of your personal life. So, what of your container to give at work? What is the content of that container? Is it empty? Are you running in deficit? Are you even owing yourself? I used to owe myself. Oh, I can owe myself time. Probably I've been dishing out my energy, and for some periods, at times like that, I have to do that. Doesn't mean that I don't respect myself, but I also know I'm owing myself personal time. So when I'm done with all of those things, I'm coming back to myself. And nobody should call me. Don't ask to see me. I am I am owing myself time and I have to collect it back. Self love, self worth, self leadership, self esteem, all of these things under self awareness. So if you don't know yourself, you can't exactly manifest all of these things in your life. That is that for that. So when you release limiting beliefs, it allows you to step into a more empowered and authentic version of yourself. The version of you that is aligned with your true potential and your God given purpose. It allows you to do all of these things. Releasing limiting beliefs. You won't think that getting ice cream is a luxury when you release the limiting belief that allows you to believe that getting ice cream for yourself or treating yourself to ice cream and sausage is a luxury. If you can afford it, go for it. If you have the money, you can spend money, go for it. I subconsciously tricked myself. No, I consciously tricked my subconscious into letting go of a lot of rubbish. A lot of rubbish. I used to tell myself, I can't go out to eat alone. I have to go with people. While it's not bad, it also limited me a lot. When I want to go out, I start calculating, I would have to buy for this, I have to buy for that, I have to buy for, I have to buy for that. Hey, when I start calculating, I end up not going. And me that needed, I'm not now go. No, that's not how to live life. I love me. I cannot give what I don't have. So if I'm not feeling myself, I can't give out. Observe your thoughts gently without judgment. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself. Observe yourself. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Then recognize the limiting beliefs that are holding you back and acknowledge their impact on your life. Acknowledge how they're impacting your life. Then, and only then, with love and compassion, can you start to choose to release them, to purge yourself of them. To purge yourself of them. Now you've released those limiting beliefs, you need to cultivate a positive mindset. And how do you do this? Number one, you practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is it's a whole virtue. If you're not thankful for what you have, you will never have more. You won't have more. Be grateful for the one you have so you can receive more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never ever have enough. You never have enough. So be grateful. Practice gratitude. In 2022, I committed to doing something in the second half of the year, which was always picking up a sticky note every night to write things I'm grateful for in that day. For every single day from July to December, there was always more than five things for me to be grateful for. It helped me to be more grateful, to see the blessings that are in my life. And some days I just look at the sky and I say, the sky is actually so beautiful. If we didn't have the sky, would how would rain pour down upon us? I'm grateful for the sky. If we didn't have trees, what would happen? We won't have chairs that are made out of wood. People in the olden days wouldn't have been able to cook with firewood. There's so many things we still do with wood right now. Like if we don't have trees, we won't be able to do with them. Gratitude for the trees. When you're grateful, it shifts your focus towards abundance instead of the lack, the mindset of lack, and helps you to cultivate a sense of appreciation. Practice gratitude. Then number two would be affirmations. Affirmations. Repeat positive affirmations daily. Affirmations that align your thoughts with your desired reality. When you have affirmations, um, bring your subconscious to believe that you can step into your desired future. Yes, you could have claimed it for those believers, and you go to church and shout amen, amen, amen to prayers. Yes, you do that. But then affirmations help you to believe them. Helps your subconscious to believe them. Last year, my mantra was today I dream audaciously, I dare audaciously, and I do audaciously. And I did that. Prior to that time, I knew I was confident, but I didn't know how audacious I could be. I didn't know I could even bring certain things to my reality. But then, when I started that mantra, when I want to back out of certain audacious dealings, I just tell myself, today I dream audaciously, I dare audaciously, I do audaciously. I would go ahead to do it. It's it was always that reminder for my subconscious mind that I can actually do what I want to do. I can become what I want to become without anything holding me back. So there was that. And this year, it is more audacious. This year's is more audacious. Today, I walk with kings. I lead nations. I transform the world. That's my mantra for 2025. And it's in accordance with the word that I'm living by in this year. This year is my year of taking territories by the Spirit. So, my mantra is a way of subconsciously bringing myself into that reality little by little. And I will get there. So, repeat positive affirmations daily. Align your thoughts with your design reality. Affirmations reinforce your belief and empower you to manifest your dreams. That's what affirmations do. They they recondition your subconscious in a way that keys into who you want to become. Then number three, practice mindfulness. Practice mindfulness. And to practice mindfulness, you do this by being present in each moment. Be present. Observe your thoughts, observe your feelings without judgment. No judgments. No judgments. You know that we listen, we don't judge. Do it to yourself. Do with your thoughts. Sit with your thoughts and say, we listen, we don't judge. Why do we think the way we think? And then begin to answer those questions. Begin to observe, to learn about yourself. It's something I learned from one of my coaches. That's Debola Dejokurumi. God bless her. Remember, she said something. Get a PhD in the school of your life. Your life is a school. Get a PhD in it. That means, do you know how many years it takes to get a PhD? You first of all do primary school, you do secondary school, you go to the university, you do your postgraduate studies, you do masters before you get to PhD. Meaning that there's a long journey into being schooled in the school of your life. Into being schooled in the school of your life. Get a PhD in yourself. Study yourself. And when you're studying yourself, tell yourself, we listen, we don't judge. Don't judge. Because when you start judging, you would try to cover certain parts. You would not even be able to be vulnerable with yourself. And if you can't be vulnerable with yourself, you can't be vulnerable with other people. When you do this, you reduce stress and also cultivate a sense of peace. Also cultivate a sense of peace. Also cultivate a sense of peace. Now, when it comes to becoming, to unfolding the forest of a fundamental form, you must embrace the beauty of imperfection. You must embrace the beauty of imperfection, meaning that you must accept these three truths. Number one is that we are all human and we are all imperfect. That person whose life you are watching from the outside and you're saying, "Oh, this person is so perfect. I want to be like this person," is also imperfect. We are all humans. We are all human and we are all imperfect. So don't feel like you being imperfect is a problem. No, nobody in this world is perfect. Nobody. And it is in our imperfections that we find our true beauty and depth. It is our imperfections that we find our true beauty and depth. That's for number one, that we are all humans and we are all imperfect. Number two, embrace your flaws and vulnerabilities. Embrace your flaws and vulnerabilities, meaning accept yourself. I'm not saying the kind of acceptance, the kind of self acceptance that makes you say, "Oh, this is why, that is who I am, I can never change." No, the kind that makes you accept that you have flaws, that you are vulnerable, and then you can now start finding a way to become better. Embrace your flaws and your vulnerabilities. Accept yourself as you are, knowing that you are loved and you are worthy just as you are. You are loved at home. In case the home, when I say you are loved at home, in case your physical home is not giving the feeling of home but just house, don't forget that you are loved by God. You are loved at home. You are worthy just as you are. Embrace yourself. Accept yourself as you are. And then you can now start moving from that point to grow into becoming better. Then number three is that our imperfections are opportunities for growth and evolution. Believe that, know and understand, work in the consciousness that your imperfections are opportunities for growth and evolution. Your imperfections are your opportunities for growth and evolution. So there are opportunities for you to learn, there are opportunities for you to grow, there are opportunities for you to become a more compassionate and loving version of yourself. Instead of accepting that I am imperfect, I became better. I used to think I am perfect. I don't know. I used to always want to be that perfect child, a perfect human being. But it was always hard. God, it was hard. It always felt like the weight of the world was on my shoulders. But when I let that shackle and saw my imperfections as opportunities for me to grow, it really changed everything for me. I could go to God and cry to Him without feeling like I have arrived. I could come to myself and be brutally honest with myself about myself. I started dealing with my limiting beliefs during that period. So know and understand that your imperfections are opportunities for you to grow. Embrace the beauty of imperfection. We are all humans and we are all imperfect. That's number one. Number two, embrace your flaws and your vulnerabilities. Accept yourself as you. Number three, your imperfections are opportunities for growth and evolution. Rest in that belief. Rest in that belief. Rest in that belief. Yeah, you cannot love others if you don't love yourself. That's right. That is absolutely right. You can't love yourself if you don't. You can't love others if you don't love yourself. There is this popular quote that I want to believe we all would have heard at some point or seen at some point or read at some point. It will be that as a man think in his heart, so he is. As a man thinks in his heart, so he is. The, the only limit to you realizing your tomorrow, to you actualizing your dream tomorrow, the only limits are your doubts of today. Your doubts of today are the only ones that can limit you. If you can deal with your doubts, the mountains that seem mountain for you become surmountable. You would surmount them, you would climb them, you would even come down from them. Not come down like give up, but pass through them successfully. Pass through them successfully. We human beings, we can alter our lives by altering the attitudes of our mind. So you yourself, you have the power to alter your life, changing the attitude of your mind. If you think you can't be great, change your thinking towards you can be great and watch yourself become great. If you think you cannot achieve something, change your mindset from thinking you cannot achieve it to believing you can achieve it and watch yourself achieve it. I used to think I cannot speak in public. Hey, I used to run away from it. I could pee in my pants if you told me to speak in public a few years back. But right now, I am hungry to speak. I am always hungry to speak. I'm not scared anymore. They are humans. Are they going to beat me? No, nobody will beat me. So I'm going to speak. And that is why every time I tell myself, be worthy of the listening years to get the listening years. Be worthy of the listening years to get listening years. If you want people to listen to you, you have to be worthy of being listened to. So if I'm not worthy of being listened to, then I don't want I don't want you to listen to me. That's why I read. I study to show myself approved. To show myself approved. I learn. Even today, I still took some portions of my course on Avadex. Me trying my best to grow every day. Me living up to my dream of being worthy of the listening years to get the listening years. That's another way to grow. Grow. Growth. It's not something that just happens overnight. It's a journey. It's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong journey. You think you've arrived, you realize that you've not even scratched the surface. You realize you've not scratched the surface. It's really beautiful how your life would if you take these lessons to heart. I wish someone taught me all of these things when I started out. I really wish someone taught me all of these things when I started out. But nobody taught me. I had to learn experientially. I know they say experience is the best teacher, but I don't believe that you have to go through it before you learn the lessons. You could also mount the wings of people who have gone ahead and avoid certain mistakes. And that's what having a mentor does for you. That's what having coaches do for you. They cut your journey short and make it longer in the sense that they help you not go through certain challenges because they've gone through them, they've navigated them. So what would have taken you 10 years to achieve, a coach or a mentor can just sit you down, have one conversation that may not even be up to 1 hour with you, and then boom, join that could have taken you 10 years. You spent 1 year on it. 1 year. 1 year. And if people ask you, how did you do that? And you want to start telling them, so I did this, I did that. Tell them the fundamentals that you people forget to mention. You had a coach, you had a mentor that saved you from going through that 10-year journey that you could go through in 1 year, or that you may not even have to go through at all. But when you put these things to practice, trust me, the turnaround, the return on investment that it would give you, it's truly satisfying. Truly satisfying. It's truly satisfying. It's beautiful. I still believe that I didn't have to go through certain experiences because I had coaches that taught me. If not directly, I have people that God placed in my life for me to listen to, for me to learn from, and it makes certain things easier for me. It makes certain things easier for me. But there are also some things that I still have to learn by myself by evaluating my experiences. Yes, experience isn't always the best teacher. Evaluated experiences are the best teacher. You can experience something and still not get the lessons from it. Until you evaluate them, you've not been taught. You've not been taught. So evaluated experiences are the best teachers and coaches. Now imagine adding evaluated experience and mentors and God. Your life is going to be beautiful. That even you will be surprised by the beautiful flowers that are going to grow, the beautiful trees, the beautiful fruits that you will bear from the forest of your fundamental form. Beautiful. The life you desire, it's one, one, one decision away from you. One decision could get you closer, farther. Choose which way you want to choose the way you want to go. Closer or farther. You choose. Choice is yours. Choice is absolutely yours to make. So what's it going to be? Are you choosing to unfold the forest of a fundamental form, or you're choosing to keep living life like the word says you should live life? The media, while it's a good platform, it's a great addition to our world, is also perpetuating certain, also being used to perpetuate certain evils. And it's the fastest way for people to get informed, get polluted, but also the fastest way to get people equipped. And you are here tonight to be equipped. So, what's it going to be? What is it going to be? What do you choose? What do you choose? What do you choose? I'll leave you to answer that question. And right about now, I would be handing over the mic back to our beautiful, exceptional, energetic moderator for the summit. No other person than Save Me Tokwe Bakri. Thank you very much. You have the mic now.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am. That was really, really beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not busy, I mean, even if your hands are busy, they should be busy writing down the things you've learned. But can you take a 10 seconds break to put your hands together, your virtual hands, yes. Put your hands together for our speaker tonight, Smart Seide. She has really, really done justice to the theme, to our topic. Not continue. I will not continue. If I don't see your end, I will not continue. All right, all right, all right. Thank you very much. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly put this there. If you have questions to ask, kindly type, put it in the comments so we can quickly take your questions. So we can quickly take your questions. And uh, from the start, I could tell that this was a foundation. This was a foundation, and not just a foundation, a solid foundation. She has built a foundation for us, and it's left for us to continue the building. We didn't just start with the roofing or the painting or anything. She has gone down, she has gone deep into the foundation, the basics. It is very, very possible to actually ignore the basics, ignore all of these things, and go into the real world without any knowledge or any fundamental knowledge on how to scale through. So she has really, really done justice to the foundation. She has built a very, very solid foundation. And I think one thing that really, really stood out, so many things stood out for me tonight. I'll just mention few while I await your questions. The first one is success means you are growing in your own way. I mean, she mentioned something towards the end that social media, in fact, don't let me start on the damage social media has done. Social media is doing us a lot of good. Yes. But at the same time, social media has its own disadvantages. And it can, if you're not careful, it will define success for you. You should define what success is to you. You will think, oh, success is doing this at a certain age. Meanwhile, you at that age, you should actually be learning. But because someone else is already, achieving certain things at that age, you suddenly feel like you're not successful. But when you reflect and you look at your past and present experiences, you see that you're actually successful. You are doing so well. And she also mentioned that you ask yourself certain questions. Who are you? where are you going? What do you want to, or what do you need to become in order to get to that place? These are questions that I feel certain persons don't ask themselves. You want to become the future president, but you spend out of 24 hours in a day, you spend 23 hours 47 seconds on TikTok. You're watching different comedy skits, you're watching couples pranks, and you want to become the next president of Nigeria. You don't even know what GDP means. You don't know the state of the economy. You don't know the previous president. You don't know your current affairs. So these are things. It's not enough to say you want to be something in the next 5 years or in the next 50 years or let's say 30 years. What are you doing currently to become that person you've envisioned yourself to be? So there are certain things I really, really learned tonight. I don't know about you, but wait, you can't tell me you didn't learn anything. I mean, you've invested. We spent about, let's say, 2 hours on this call, 2 hours on this call, and you can't tell me that you've not learned anything. Uh, she said you cannot work on what you do not know. You can't work on what you do not know. Know yourself so that you can work on yourself. Whatever I don't have is because I don't need it. She also mentioned that it's also because it can also be because you've not put yourself in a position where you are actually let's say worthy to receive that thing. You've not put yourself in that position, or you may actually need that thing, but are you in that position to actually get it? Have you placed yourself, have you put yourself in the right position to get that thing? And be nice to yourself, love yourself. I'm going to buy poppy orange for myself tonight because I'm going to be nice to myself. I'm going to buy poppy orange for myself tonight. Poppy orange is one thing that I do a lot of calculations before I buy because it's 1,700 naira. So in my mind, I'm like, that 1,700 now. If I keep it, I can spend like 3 days. No, don't let me buy. But this night, I am going to buy myself poppy orange. This is a cue for you to that thing you've been saying you want to get for yourself. It can be a new shoe, it can be a new dress or something. Gift yourself. Be nice to yourself. Love yourself. You cannot give what you don't have. You can't love people if you don't even love yourself. It you can't if you don't know the definition of what it is, you can't give it out. So you want to love people, but you don't know what love is. You don't even know how to love your own self. And if you say you want to follow scriptures, the Bible even says that love your neighbor as you love yourself, as you love yourself. So you can only give as much as you have. You can only give as much as you have. And yes, and finally, experience isn't always the best teachers, but evaluated experiences are the best teachers. You can go through heartbreaks, the same heartbreaks from the same kind of men over and over and over and over again. It's not because you've not learned, it's because you've not evaluated your experience. You've not sit down to properly think about why you end up or why you keep surrounding yourself with this caliber of men. Number one, why do people like that keep coming your way? What have you learned? And all of these things. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, if I'm going to go through my notes all over again, then I'm going to go through my plans for 2025. I wrote down certain questions I'm going to ask myself. Even go into my plans for 2025. It's not enough to have plans. It's important to have a strong foundation to carry out your plans. So, I want to assume that you don't have any questions because so far I've not gotten anything. Ajawa Kwayemi, I've been meaning to get a journal for myself. Yes, this is a cue to get a journal. Don't get Jota. Jota is very different from journal. Get yourself a very, very good looking journal. Then I would start, Sophia James, I would start with buying me bread without calculation. Sophia likes bread, so I'll give her this. Sophia, yes, well done. Buy yourself bread, banana bread, chocolate bread, any type of bread you want to buy. But couldn't because of I can really save up for it. Yes, you can save up for it. You deserve it. You deserve everything good. Everything good. You deserve it. So save up for it and get it for yourself. Gentlemen, since you don't have any
I have
questions,
a
come.
question.
Oh, we have a
We have a
question.
question.
Oh, my question is from Ajao. How do you know that you don't love yourself? How do you know that you don't love yourself? Smart say there you have the floor.
There's something that I learned from some relationship coaches. It is this: if you have to ask, if you are doubting whether you love the man or the woman or not, there's already a problem. Meaning you don't exactly want to marry that person. So let's ask. They're asking this question: why? Do you think you don't love yourself? If you think you don't love yourself, or you don't love yourself enough, that's the answer to your question. You need to work more on loving yourself. You need to do better, and that's what you should do. That is what you should do. But how do you know you don't love yourself? Well, you know you don't love yourself when you never make out time for yourself. When you don't make sacrifices for yourself, but you make sacrifices for others. You're always having excuses for not doing what you should be doing for yourself. You know you don't love yourself when you speak bad about yourself. You know you don't love yourself when you don't take care of yourself. You know you don't love yourself when you don't love the God that created you. Because if you love yourself, you will go to the manufacturer to get guidance on how you should live your life. But if you don't love yourself, you will not go. You won't go. That's the answer to your question. I wanted to say something about success, right? You know that different meals take different time to get cooked. Different meals take different amounts of time to get cooked. For instance, instant noodles. It's instant for a reason. Sharp, sharp. Put it on fire. Put on the gas cooker. It's done. Give or take 5-10 minutes. You're done. The food is ready to eat. Some people's destiny is instant. Is instant. And from the instantaneous way it comes, you will know that noodles is not the same thing as rice, right? Rice takes more time to get cooked. And when rice comes, you eat and you're full. And there is beans. Oh God, if you eat beans in the morning, you should not be hungry anytime soon. Why? Because of the weight of that beans. So some people's destiny, the way it gets cooked, it's like some people in instant noodles, some people's on a little bit of time rice, and some people's on beans. It takes more time. If you want to cook beans, you will wait. You can't want to eat beans and start cooking it and I feel like you eat it now. It takes time to get ready. So calm down. You will pick the beans. You will go through the process of getting the beans ready. Put it on the gas. If you're using stove, you know that you have more time to use. But if you want to go fast, use gas cooker or electric cooker. And in your life, how do you use electric cooker or gas cooker? Coaches, mentors, books, exposure, so many things that will help you to cook that your beans to be perfect, sweet, soft. And you believe in your sweet, soft life, and even you just be happy. And then the same thing applies to certain animals, right? There is. Just give me a moment. My phone might go off soon. Okay. Okay, I'm here. Okay. In the same vein, there is the way animals birth their children. The way animals birth their children. The when it comes to N, the you have to lay the egg, then for or so you have to sit on it before it can hatch. That's the N. I don't know how long it takes for a dog to be pregnant before it births a child, but it's different from the N. And then there is the elephant. Bef- Before an elephant would give birth to one child that it is carrying, a dog could have had four generations of children that have been bettered. That's a dog. And then the hen could have had many more generations. But you see, the elephant doesn't give birth early. Not because the elephant can't, because of the when the elephant gives birth to a child, the whole earth will feel it because of the weight of the child. The the weight of the child. It is not like the hen. You know when the hen gives birth, the chicken very very light. If you do like this, like on the chicken's face, it has died. But the dog will stand. But you see the elephants, even the mother, you feel something came out of her. The world will feel because when you see a baby elephant, or maybe you've not seen any. When you see a baby elephant, they're still big. It took time for the mother to birth that huge animal you're seeing. It takes time. Don't rush your process. Don't rush it. Don't compare your elephant to somebody else's chicken. Don't. Some people small thing they already gone viral. And you too you want to go viral. You always say you want to go viral. But God's glory for you is not for you to go viral like that. It's that when you come, nations will feel you. But you want to quickly go viral. You want to have end destiny. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Calm down. Let God cook. You self cook. Eat. Because the journey is far. And in this country, I don't mean eat beans, so I don't mean eat rice. I don't mean eat shawarma. Learn. Stay devoted to that learning process. Be devoted to that learning process. It will take time. You get tired as well. Like, is it not yet time? But remember, when the elephant gives birth, the entire world would know. So when your time comes, they'll not be Shere Cambia. Even you'll be shocked. That's what I wanted to add. Someone asked the question here. Okay, you mentioned that the self discovery is a lifelong process. So, my question is, how does one overcome regret when he realizes that he discovered himself late? I don't think it is possible for you to discover yourself late. It is when your morning starts by your own time. So, when it's God's appointed time, it will come. No regret. I feel the burden behind this question because I almost felt it last month. It was because of my LinkedIn. I got to LinkedIn. I came to the light of LinkedIn last month, and that's because I had been having this push for months to get back to LinkedIn. And I lost my account in 2020, so I gave up on LinkedIn. And they're doing the same thing to me again. They've blocked my account, and I have to wait till next week before I. But yes, that's right. I started seeing people that when you see people, I just feel like I could have gone farther if I had come to this space earlier. Because what are you doing? I could do better. It's not a matter of bragging rights right now. It's knowing myself right. And I just feel like maybe I'm late. I'm late. But then I said, who told you are late? What measures do you have that you used to know that you're late? Do you know the future that you're saying you are late? You're not late. You're there when I want you to be there. Stay there. Don't let regrets. Don't regret anything. No. I hate regrets. It will hold you back. It will hold you back. Don't let it come in. What other question do we have here? Uh, okay. Give you the opportunities. I don't think opportunities comes but once. Opportunities come every day. If there's no opportunity, I will create it. I will create it. Opportunities don't come but once. Opportunities are everywhere. They come every day. If you don't see, because you do not see, look where you see. If you do not still see, create it. Great. It's of poems. Okay, that's a comment. I don't see any other questions, so I think that's all the questions we have. Tema, you have the floor. I don't see any question.
All right. Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you so much. I saw some funny comments while you were speaking. I saw Oguna was in up. I spent 1,000 naira on bread and tea 2 days ago, and I felt like I spent. Trust me, I can feel that way sometimes too. There was one, I went out, I went to eat, and I was going home and I was almost crying because I spent 4,000 naira at Chicken Republic. I bought rice, I bought chicken and everything. And I was going, I was trekking back. So the last money in my account. Imagine going to eat at Chicken Republic. I don't even have money for transportation. You you're not sure after eating such good food, you're supposed to take bike or something. So the food doesn't digest easily. You can still relieve the moment or something. And I was trekking home. I was crying. I said, who's saying to me? I could have just kept my 4,000 naira and everything. But one thing I added to my list for this year is to be kind to myself. If I if I can afford it, if I can afford it, I will get it. If it's something I can afford and I know it will, probably satisfy my want at that moment, like food, shoes, or anything. If I can afford it at that moment, I'm definitely getting. I'm not procrastinating. Because the truth is, if it was someone else that actually asked me for money or money to get into Chicken Republic, I will gladly give it out. Maybe not gladly, because the way Smart Said is looking at me, let me rephrase that. Maybe not gladly, but I'd actually help the person out. But when it comes to me, I'm very, very calculative. So I've decided that this year, whether the devil likes it or if I can afford it, I'm going to get it for myself. And I think everyone should, hold that. Don't think you spend too much on yourself. It's only when you're spending recklessly you have to call yourself to order. You're buying things you don't need, things you may not even use. You're just buying it to feel, is it vanity they call it or something. But get it if you want it, if you can afford it. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we've come to the end of Smart
I
Side. You want to say something?
want to say something. Sorry for cutting him for butting him. Uh, when it comes to certain expenses, I just tell myself it's for exposure. There's something exposure does to you. It reconditions your mind. For instance, before I ever one time last year, 2023, I went for my first party ever, like alone. And it wasn't exactly a party, it was a dinner and awards party, right? I did makeup. The only time I ever did makeup for that time was when I wanted to host one big event and when I went for my 18th year birthday photo shoot. That's what I just felt that's when I needed it. But that day, that I was going to make my I was going to do that makeup. But then it's just a date. It's just a date, but it's not just a date, it's me. Me. That space I'm going. It's called Maison Fahrenheit. It's a big place. I want to look like but yeah. So I did the makeup. I went there. And I don't know what people were seeing that place. I mean I was seeing my future. I was exposed to a new light. Seeing Lagos in that beautiful light of that night. Oh no, I said no, I must have bastard money. Sorry. And then there was a speaker that came to teach us that night. The Forbes coach, very that's bastard money. All those kind of food that we're talking. You can't hear them well, but you must hear them well. That's the kind of exposure. And then I couldn't come back home that night. I had to stay at a shortlet. Now inside this shortlet, that day, sorry, that night, I just said, my life cannot remain. The dream I've been dreaming, I didn't see it in real form. That day I saw it in real form. I said, no, cannot be small. If I have money, there's money in Nigeria. Exposure. That night helped me with exposure. Even till now, there's any expense I want to make. I just tell myself, is it an investment? If it's an investment, what kind of investment is it? Is it for exposure? Is it for my stomach? So my stomach, you have to also have a way to attach to another long term goal. So exposure does a lot for you. If for you that at this point that shawarma, that chicken republic, next time sit down. Yes, it's there now. You didn't carry it home. You didn't carry it home. Now yet it's there. If you ate it there, exposure. You know that at some point I'm telling myself, I'm hungry at home. Just order chicken republic. Morning, afternoon, put it in your refrigerator. When you are hungry, take it. Exposure. Exposure does a lot for you. Poverty mindset is terrible. And to cast it, you need exposure. And exposure is expensive. It's called X for a reason. It's expensive. That's it.
All right. Thank you so much, Smart Seide. Thank you so much, Smart Seide. And with that, I feel like saying the 2024 season has finally come to an end, but no, that's not what we're saying tonight. And with that, we've come to the end of our day one summit. We've come to the end of tonight's summit. We'll be continuing tomorrow and the next oh, okay, yes. So what I want you to do for me is once you leave this call, go to the group chat. There is a group chat for everybody. Go there now and say things that struck you, things that stood out for you, what you plan on doing, and put hashtag 3S Summit, hashtag Smart Seide, because Seide is our speaker for tonight. So put it there, put what you've learned, hashtag 3S Summit, and hashtag Smart Seide. I'm on the group. My hosting duty does not end here, it continues on the group. So I'm going to arrest anybody that doesn't do this task. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we've come to the end of tonight's summit. Good night and have a wonderful night rest. See you tomorrow. Same time, same venue, same host. Yes, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.